Alright, so what we need to do now is find the remaining keys. Remaining keys. And I have a feeling there's one here in this room. Yeah, I thought so. You can't hide it forever from me. Why can't I hit that? I don't understand. Why can't I hit it? It is inside me. I feel it spreading, clawing at my will, tearing at my thoughts. It moves me against my will to this cavern. Here it will end. I do not wish this. Do not want my body to become a weapon for the yin within me. It hates. It demands. Obedience. I will fight to the end. I shall self-terminate before I will be a pawn. Yay, I'm figuring things out because I'm fantastic. Okay. I think this is, yeah, this is just beam ammo expansion. This is nothing special. Alright. Well, I'll take an expansion. I want to welcome everyone back to what might be the last episode. I don't know. Depending, because I've been playing for a long time, and obviously you're not going to see every second of gameplay because a lot of it is me being lost and going in circles, so I have to edit this down. Woo! Look at him just casually float up out of the phazon. Oh! Bad boy. Bad Metroid. Bad. That's what you get. As I was saying, this might be the last episode, or maybe even at least the next to the last episode. I don't know, but either way, welcome back. If you've been watching this playthrough so far, we are definitely at the end. The hell? I was genuinely confused by that. I had no idea what I was looking at. Alright, turd. I kinda... You know what? I hated the design of these little things at first. I gotta be honest with you. I love the design of these dark Metroids. I love them. I love the little guys. Don't want them anywhere near me. Don't want them to kill me. But I like them. I like to look at them. I'm gonna have PTSD from these Metroid screams. How about some Annihilator Beam? Get it off, get it! Get it off me, get it off, get it off, get it off. That was terrifying. Alright, Alright, we don't need to scan you. Alright, there are 2, 4, 5 Metroid left in here, I guess. You know what? I'm assuming that's a missile upgrade. Yeah, missile expansion acquired. That's exactly what it was. Alright. Missile carrying capacity increased by 5, as usual. Uh-oh. I'm drawing too much attention. Uh-oh. Oh, snap. I like that. I like this beam. This beam is kind of cool. Look at that. Ooh. Just kind of takes them out of existence. Just kind of takes them completely out of it. I wasted twice. Thanks, asshole. Right, one more of the little peckers in the area, and then we'll move on. Standing in phazon. Okay. Um. No, that just leads in a circle. Is this anything? No? Okay. I just had to be sure. I had to be sure. Alright, I don't think there's anything left to, damn it, to do in here. So 9 keys required. Yeah, we know that. What do you think we're working on, hint system? You're just gonna show it to me, huh? Yeah, I got you. I know. That's kind of what we're doing. We're in the middle of it. I do need to figure out where I'm going. Oh, good. Scanning. Shares DNA code with other dead Luminoth in area. She is the daughter of that Luminoth. Scans indicate she died from exposure to Ingstorm parasites. No. Such a sucky way to go. 1.12. Shares DNA code with the other dead Luminoth in the area. Is the father of that Luminoth. Oh. The scans indicate they died within moments of one another, most likely from exposure to Ingstorm particles. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to be able to scan this Ingstorm and see what it is. I said scan and then didn't even scan. What's wrong with my head? Uh-oh. Oh, good. Well, he really means business, doesn't he? Alright, hold up. Damn it, go away. I'm trying to do stuff. Well, that'll take care of you and everything else in the general area. Yeah, uh-huh. Can't you see I'm trying to figure this room out? God, you're so annoying. Here, eat Super Miss. Eat Super Missile. So, okay, and I may have mentioned this before in previous episodes, but I feel like it bears repeating just in case anybody ever questions. So, there's a house up the street. It's not that far away. I could literally probably throw maybe a football from my front yard to their backyard or their side yard. I don't know how to explain it. Either way, the house is kind of burned, and the people put the house up for sale. They got everything out of it that they needed to get out of it, and had thrown it up on the market. But they left their dogs there, and they come back maybe, I don't know, once a week at best to feed them, water them. If they do it every day, I'm not noticing every day. I don't want to get got for harassment or saying something I shouldn't say. But they had a male and a female, and I guess they were going to breed them and sell the pups. And I don't know if they ever got around to it or not, because frankly, I don't really pay that much attention to any of what my neighbors are up to unless it's major. But they gave the female away and they left the male. The dogs have been up there for about a month since the house burned, and like I said, they come and they feed them. It's not like they're abandoned per se. I guess technically in the eyes of the law they're not abandoned, but it's still animal cruelty in my opinion to leave them up there with no contact. Um, but I think yesterday or the day before, somebody came and they came back out and met with this guy, and they gave the female away, and the male has kind of just been crying ever since, and he's like lonesome, and he's barking all night, every night. Now he kind of did that anyway, but at least with her, she would kind of make him. The female dog would kind of, from time to time, be like, "Hey, knock it off. It's just nothing out there. You're barking at nothing." And without her around now, it's just he's sad. He's probably agitated, and he's just up there barking, and it breaks my heart to see the situation go down that way, but I can't do anything about it, really. And pet ownership is a hot topic with me. It is a pet peeve of mine. I love animals more than I love humans, actually. I hate humans. Humans are at the bottom of my list. The humans are on my shit list. And I feel like maybe you should have to have a permit to own any animals, and I feel like it should cost you money. I feel there should be animal taxes. That would prevent poor and stupid people from getting animals and then not taking appropriate care of them. And even for poor people who own animals and you know, and love them, that doesn't mean that you have the means to take care of them necessarily. And you should know the difference between whether you can take care of an animal or if it's something you just can't afford to do and you don't have the means to do it. It's kind of like same with the children, same with a child, same with a children, same with children, same with a child. You should know, you should be responsible. You should be like, hey, we can't afford a child, we don't have the means to take care of it, we don't have the room to accommodate a child, so we're not going to have one right now. We'll wait a few years, see if we do a little better financially. Why can't people make those decisions? Why can't people be more, why can't you have a little more common sense? Now, I feel like I've talked about that before, and I don't know if I've gone on about it at length, but for fuck's sake, people, it's not rocket science. It's not that hard. The pets you have are living things. They need attention. They need to get out. They need whatever humans need to survive. Because humans are animals too. I mean, we're all animals. We're all here on the same planet trying our best. And when you leave a dog up there like that, and then take away its mate, and then keep it left up there, it puts a strain on the animal. But since animals can't talk, most people just, ooh, you're subservient. You do what we tell you. You're a cat. You eat and you poop in this box and I clean it, and that's it. Oh, you're a dog. You go where I say, you do as I say. Because over the course of human history, dogs evolved in a way to where it was super beneficial to them to be subservient to us. They would eat our scraps. We took care of them. At the same time, they could help us when we were out hunting, when we were nomadic and roaming, when we set up our camps at night to sleep. Dogs would be around. They could hear off in the distance and see better than we could and smell things we can't smell. So it made sense having them around. You help, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. And that's just the way that the modern dog has evolved over time. And I get why it was a symbiotic relationship of two animals, two species coexisting, and it was glorious. But we live in an age of, is affluence the word I'm looking for? We live in an age where that's just no longer a need, really. We have homes, we have towns and cities, and we kind of have become the dominant species, and tribalism is not, it exists, but not in that sense. Not in first world countries. You don't have to worry about, your dog doesn't have to sit up at night worrying about whether your neighbor's going to come over and try to steal your goods and take your women. We don't live that kind of world, that kind of way anymore. So now having a dog would be maybe for companionship for you. If you're lonesome, maybe you enjoy the dog. Maybe you have a dog on a farm and he serves, Maybe he actually serves a purpose in that way. I don't know. There are many reasons for pet ownership, but there's also just as many reasons for not pet ownership. I'm not a vegan. I eat meat. I'm not against the slaughter of an animal to fill my belly. But here's the thing. I do believe it needs to be done humanely and with some modicum of respect to the goddamn thing. It's a living thing. And I'm not a fan of the unethical way that we treat animals. So, I don't know. Maybe veganism is in my future. I don't know. I've always just been put off by vegetarianism and veganism because, one, meat tastes so damn good, and number two, they're so annoying. Those people are really just pains in the ass. They are the worst kind of people, and I'm trying not to be super. We're gonna have to fucking go across. I was gonna say we're gonna have to. All right, you're being a cunt. Alright. So now we just go across and get that. And of course, as you know, I try to make it sound like I'm not fucking recording my dialogue after the fact, but I am. I finished playing this game all the way through already. So for this episode and, the next episode, the episodes are finished. I'm just doing the commentary post because fuck this game. This game got way too complicated and hard, and I just wasn't enjoying doing it anymore. I wanted to just be so done with this title. Which makes me feel bad saying that because I love the Prime series so much. But I just wasn't as big a fan of this one. But, 2, I haven't really been in a great place in the past month or two. My doctor changed my prescriptions up a bit, and, I take medication for depression, so yada, yada, yada. My mentality hasn't been great in the past month or so, so instead of getting up every day happy and glad to be alive, and sit down and work on this as like it's a passion project, I've seen it more like a chore. So I've done this show now since November of last year, and hold on, what month is this? Oh fuck, what month are we in? I guess September the first is Saturday, I think. So August is 8, November, December, that's 9 too. So 10 months. 10 months I've been doing this show. And I think only briefly, for just a day or so in the past, I might have felt that way. Where like, oh, this is a chore trying to get content out. But I feel like, for the most part, for 99% of this show's existence, of me doing this on YouTube, I have genuinely been happy getting up every day and recording. And for the most part, I've recorded new every day. I don't typically do a back catalog unless something's going on and I know I'm going to be busy or gone or whatever. And there are gaps in my upload history. You can go back and check, like around the time that I was doing the Lego Jurassic World games or park games, I actually had to delete a series or two of other Let's Plays because they just didn't turn out well. They didn't meet my, what I would say, standards. But yeah, I think all of this has kind of led to me reaffirming my original stance that it's okay if I'm going to do a back catalog. That's fine. I don't want to do too far of a back catalog. Because getting up and recording each day and having a schedule is part of why I'm doing it to begin with. And yeah, things are good now. Like at the time of recording this dialogue, I'm fine. The new medication I've been on it for a little over 2 weeks, and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I'm okay. I'm going to be okay, I think. More space pirates. You piece of garbage. You other piece of garbage. And you can't, they make it impossible to get up to that portal. You really can't just go around them. They're laying on heavy hella fire. And you do not have a choice but to take them out. But 3 super missiles is good enough. It's all she wrote. They are hell. But yeah, it's not my intent to piss off a bunch of vegans. I mean, I get why you do what you do. I get it. Coming from an ethical, kind of place with the animal treatment, I get it. We are omnivores, however, so again, giving up meat completely seems absurd to me, but I'm not in charge of you, and if you feel compelled to do that, do it. It'd be nice if I didn't have to hear about it every day, which I'm starting to realize the irony of me saying that when I talk about my depression as much as I do. And I'm also going to try to quell that and hide that down in the depths and stop bringing that up every day too. So there's some self-awareness there. I'm sure in time when I do other annoying things, people will point it out. Where the hell am I? Because I'm not, like, another thing that I personally do that pisses me off is the pre-recorded stuff like this. Doesn't feel genuine, doesn't feel real to me, I guess. But I had to do it this way because there was no way that I could record for 2 or 3 hours and sift through all that bullshit, and I just couldn't. It was too hot in here, for one. I was burning up trying to record and talk for 2 or 3 hours. That's one of the other reasons I can't do the streaming thing, on top of not having the bandwidth for it. It's just, I can't really be entertaining for 2 or 3 hours straight. I don't think your voice can survive. Well, my voice couldn't survive talking for 2 or 3 hours straight, at least. I know that after a good 7-hour Game Grump session, our boys are usually, their voices are spent for the day when they record. But, yeah. This is the next to the last episode. I was doing the whole pretending shtick at the beginning of this episode, pretending like I didn't know, but we're just gonna drop that all together because that's annoying. Yeah, this episode is a lot of me just running around collecting the keys, being a little lost from time to time, but the very next episode will be the last episode of Prime 2, and then we can take a small break. I don't know how small of a break to take, because I don't want to jump into Prime 3 the very next day. We got Monster Hunter, which I played Monster Hunter for 2 hours yesterday. I played with a friend, and when I was done, I was like, okay, let's just double check and make sure that everything turned out swell. No, it didn't. It recorded the game audio, which is great. That means I can actually use the footage, but it didn't record our voices. So the only option I have is to go back in and do what I'm doing now and record my dialogue separate from the actual gameplay. And I guess that'll work for the one time, but from here on out I'm going to try not to do that. That way, because with Monster Hunter, for whatever reason, this game in particular, they focused heavy on a story, which it seems to me like they should have done that in the other games, and maybe left this one a little more open to just multiplayer. But again, I do things differently. Okay, I think there's an energy tank out there. I think is what's out there. Oh, yep, that's what's out there, but fuck me. Now, Prime 3 is a lot more playable than this damn game, so Prime 3, we're not going to do any post gameplay recording. We'll record all of my dialogue with the gameplay. And if I have to sit there and look up something on my phone, if we get lost, so be it. That's another one of the things I want to avoid is it's okay to take inspiration from other YouTubers, other channels, things like that. Maybe little snippets here and there of what you've seen on television over the years or movies. Editing, things like that, taking that in from other places, that's all fine, well, and good. But at the end of the day, you need an original product. You need something that is specifically you, your style. And again, it's one of the things I'm learning. We're within the first year. I feel like it's okay for me to make a lot of mistakes. You know, I don't have a large audience to begin with, so, you know, the more mistakes I make, the more opportunities there are to learn and to do better. And I make a lot of mistakes. A lot. Like, I'm gonna spend, like, forever trying to figure out how the hell to get up there when my dumb ass is standing on the answer the whole time. I legitimately forgot how the hell to get up there. I was not being facetious. I was in this room thinking, wow, you can't get up there. What the hell do you do? It's clearly a half pipe, but you can't get up there because the space in between is too large. And, see, watch me. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna go for it. And I'm like, what the hell? You can't. I got caught on the tree there. But yeah, no, it doesn't work. I'm like, what? How? What are you supposed to do? I think I'll even turn on my visor here in a second and look and see if there's like hidden platforms. I'm checking the map. I was checking my guide on my phone and it just said use the half pipe to get up. See the half pipe? I'm looking dead at it and I'm not getting it. I'm looking for a scan. There's nothing to scan. I'm looking for grapple points I might be able to grab. And I'm really scratching my head. I'm like, okay, do I jump up on that? Again, I'm going to look at the map like that's supposed to help. Oh, no, I'm not looking at the map. I'm looking at my phone. That's what it was. Eric, you so we could have cut this out of the episode. But I didn't cut this out. Why didn't I cut this out? Why did I feel that this was important enough to include? It's that fast editing where you're like, oh, I got to get an episode up. I got to meet an imaginary deadline that's not there and doesn't exist. See? That's... I need to do better. We're going to do better. We're going to do better, I promise. At least I'm going to attempt to do better because this is just a shit show. I am embarrassed at looking at this. I could have cut all this out. I didn't. But this is the kind of content I have been cutting out, if I can at least try to say something in my defense for a second. It's one of the reasons you'll see it jump around in some of these episodes of Metroid Prime 2. It's because I'm cutting out stuff like this where I'm just dumbfounded or lost. I can't figure it out. Okay, eventually I did cut it. I don't know why I cut it so weird. Why did I edit that so weird? Why? God. If nothing else, this is an interesting case study for me personally. You know what? I guess in the end it turned out to be a good thing because this episode, I can look back on this in a year or two and see if I've grown any. If my editing skills have gotten any better. Well, we've got to get a new program too. We've been using Windows Movie Maker for like a year, which is the most generic program in existence, and they've actually discontinued it. You can't get it on Windows anymore. I had to hunt it down on the web, on websites that like host discontinued software from back in the day. A lot of people use iMovie. I'm hearing that phrase a lot because a lot of people have Mac. But I hear that Vegas Pro is pretty good. Sony Vegas. I might try and get that. It's just I was trying to find a free program for us to use because I'm broke, but I might end up having to buy it and just bite the bullet. Because stuff like Adobe Premiere, that was pretty expensive when I looked into that, and I know that that's one of the more popular ones that people use, but I don't have Adobe Premiere money. Hell, I need a new graphics card. I need a new RAM, new RAM, whatever. I need more hard drive space, and I don't have any money, and I am trying every day. I'm focused on my diet, my exercise. I'm focused on getting my head where it needs to be so that I can at least try to go and get a new job and not just die here in this chair. If I had a little bit bigger of a following, I could do the Patreon thing. I mean, the Patreon it's open. People could be signed up to it, but hell, I haven't flushed that out. I don't know what I would put up as rewards for it. I get feedback often from one subscriber and none of the others, which, I tell you this, I fucked up from the get-go with the subscriber thing, because I had one friend subscribe back in the day when I had none, and one friend led to two led to three, so I think ultimately it ended up being 1, 2, 3, 4. There are at least 4 or 5 out of the 20 I currently have that are people I know in real life that I asked to subscribe, and then with my Pokemon group, I left breadcrumbs from the very beginning and hope, because I didn't flat out want to post my channel in chat. I didn't want to be spammy, but I left clues and hints from time to time and played stupid with them, hoping that people would be like, haha, I found you, like I was trying to hide it or something. But one person did that. One person followed the clues and went there, found it. I don't think they watch. I think they were watching the mukbangs back when I was doing those, but I've discontinued doing those too to try to focus on this a little more, because this clearly needs my attention. This clearly, I was in a dark place there for a long time, and I was making this crap content, and we gotta snap out of it. We gotta get back to it. I recorded some Sonic Mania earlier, and I'm hoping that turns out to be decent. And I want to do Mario World. I've been sitting on that one because that's my favorite. And I kind of wanted that to be my fall game. So I was trying to wait on September and October to get here. And August is dragging its feet. Oh, yeah, I do remember this part. I know why I included this. This flower. Screw this flower. He knocks me down a good 2 or 3 times, I think, maybe more. And because he grabs at you with his tongue. And fuck this flower. Because if I left it in, you'll see me like, well, I'll get knocked down and I get up again, because you're never going to keep me down. I'll take a whiskey drink. I'll take a vodka drink. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. Yeah, eventually it's gonna knock me down enough, and I'm gonna aim up and try to shoot at it, but you can't really reach it. You missed me with your Scorpion Mortal Kombat ass. Oh, I shouldn't have made fun. He got me. Ooh. See, I aim up, and I'm like, okay, can we shoot him? Can we see him up there somewhere? No. No, it doesn't work. You have to just deal with it. I think I eventually do kill him with the morph ball bombs if I haven't already. Because I was bombing like crazy while he had me a minute ago. So let's see if that... No, he's still there. I think he's still there. Chilling, hanging out, being a dick. We got to get this. This became a matter of pride. I didn't even care if all we were going for was a stupid missile expansion at this point. it became an issue with me. I was like, oh, it's Yeah, he's still around. Screw you! God damn. Did he think, okay, I'm just going to go back over here and wait on him so that he's wasting his time? Because I don't think he can tongue reach you from there, but he can still do that. He can do fucking pin missile. And you're like, can I shoot him from here? No, you can't. Shooting him does nothing. Using a missile does nothing. I wish I'd thought about just letting him grab me and then laying a power bomb. That would have taken care of his little ass. But nope, I just kept dicking around. Because I'm stupid. What do you think the light beam is going to do? Seriously. God, I'm so dumb. Alright, well, we're running out of episode here. You gotta do something. Something successful. Come on, Jesus. I was about to say, would you just make it already? Okay. I think this is the time we make it. He comes out of his little hidey hole. Shoots out his little tongue. Shoots it out again. See, I'm playing smart at this point. I'm like, that did it. That got him. He is dead this time. So the only thing left to do now is to go up. Claim our prize. Thank Christ. Alright. And with that, I think that I will bid you folks adieu. And like I said, the next episode is the finale for Metroid Prime 2. And we'll probably take a break for a bit from Metroid. Try to space it out. Because there's, again, my list of games to play is so fucking large. We'll be at this Let's Play thing for the rest of my life at this rate. But I'm cool with that. I'm actually enjoying doing it again. I didn't enjoy, like I said before, I didn't enjoy it there for about a month. I got real depressed, and most of my Let's Play for this game is during the what we'll call the Dark Ages. But we're bouncing back, as we always have. But I'm gonna grab this expansion, hit those ending credits. Oh wait, hold up. I was about to say we're just gonna go over here and grab an expansion, but it's where's it launching me to? Oh, it was an expansion. Okay, all right. See you, folks.